What's up? It's Jumanne. I know I said I'm gonna be working at Family Dollar for a couple months. I lied. I have a job interview at Walgreens, so I'm gonna head over there, see if I can get the job. It's a temporary position, so even if I do get the job, it's gonna be temporary. And yeah, I don't know, this is through the struggles. What's up? I just got back from my job interview at Walgreens. Before I talk about how I felt like that went, I'm just gonna say I don't blame any job that doesn't hire me. Obviously, I'm not a good employee. I'm the guy from Subway. Literally every job that I've gotten within the last couple years, like I record videos. I'm more of a content creator. I'm only working these jobs really for a paycheck and to create some content at the same time. So I'm not a good employee. I will not deny that. I can't blame any job that doesn't take a chance on me, because at this point in my life, I'm so unstable that, you know, I can't blame a job for not taking a chance on me. I don't really deserve a chance, if I'm being honest, and that's very obvious. When I was younger, I used to be a good employee. I definitely feel like I was above average. I've adapted to being an employee because I'm not a drug dealer. I don't scam. I'm past that point in my younger life where, you know, just doing illegal things for money, like, that's not where I'm at, you know. Even though I have the controversy, that's as far as I kind of go. But as far as like getting income, I rely on a 9-to-5 job, because that's what works for me and makes me feel more comfortable. And like, to feed my gambling addiction, that played a big part in working a job, because it was a part of my addiction too. Now, to get that out the way, again, I'm not a good employee, so I don't blame anybody that doesn't take a chance on me. I don't feel like I got the job at Walgreens. Now, one thing I noticed, as soon as the interview started, the hiring manager, he looked down at my feet, right? I noticed that. Then as I was talking, he was looking at my hands. I'm talking with my hands. And when he's looking at me, he's making direct eye contact with me. And he was kind of like squinching sometimes. Like, he was kind of like, wasn't making too many facial expressions. But when he did, it was really with his eyes. His eyes was kind of really more moving than anything else. So what I noticed was, I'm under the impression that this is more of an interrogation than it was an actual job interview. And the reason why I say that is because there's kind of two different kind of job interviews, right? There's the ones that, there's a job interview where the employer is trying to see if you're qualified, and then there's the job interview where they're trying to see if there's anything that makes you unqualified. And the difference is that one employer might be they're interested in hiring you because they want to know how you could benefit them as far as the scheduling, as far as in just what do they got to train you, things of that. And then there's the other employee that's really just trying to see how much of a problem you're going to be, if you're going to be a problem at all. It's kind of like optimistic versus pessimistic, because at the end of the day, these are still people, you know. It's you know, when you walk into a job interview, that's a human being, regardless on what their position is, what their race, nationality, religious belief. It's still a human being at the end of the day, and they're going to have their own perspectives, their own way on how they go about life, right? So, you know, I've noticed that, you know. So when I go into job interviews now, when I was younger, I kind of used to get nervous, and sometimes I still do get nervous, but that's more of like the controversy. Why I'm more nervous, I'm worried about people knowing who I am. But when I go into job interviews now, I kind of try to observe them while they're observing me, if they're observing me. Because I've had job interviews where literally I kind of walked in and it was like, hey, this is the job description. Do you think you could do this? And I'm saying yes. And it's like, okay, when can you start? I can start tomorrow. That's it. I'm hired, you know. But this wasn't that kind of job interview. This was more of like, I could tell that he was very, very distrusting of people, you know. You know, as I'm talking, you know, he kind of forced me to talk more than I wanted to talk. You know, he's asking me, oh, do you have any questions? And, you know, it's not, and these might be, you know, these might be typical questions hiring managers might ask you, but you got to understand why they're asking you it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they might just go off of the book, you know, as far as in asking you questions. Or they might be real speculating like who you are, what kind of person you are, because again, like I said, you're still talking to a person at the end of the day. So I could tell that he really wasn't a trusting kind of person, right? And that was just because I didn't say anything that triggered. You know, it's not like we was in an interview and I'm talking and I say something that doesn't match up, and now he's like kind of switch, and then he starts at like he was just asking me questions that was like let me think of something he said. He asked me, why did I choose that location? Like, what brings me here? I told him where I lived at versus where the job was. He's like, oh, what brings you here? And I'm like, well, this is the job that called me first. I applied to multiple locations, but it's not the question that it was why he asked that question, right? Like in my perspective, I feel like the reason why he's asking that question was he's just trying to find anything on like small details on what am I doing and why I'm doing it, right? Why this location? Like, I don't know. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everything is like really, I'm observing him as much as he's observing me. I know nothing. He knows nothing. That was clear. Like, so it's like, I'm just saying I have a lot of experience with job interviews because I've had multiple jobs. So I think you could take my word when I say I just see like the psychological kind of like part of a job interview. You know, it's more of they're trying to figure me out, I'm trying to figure them out, things of that nature. So again, I don't feel like I got the job. I feel like I was talking too much. I definitely said some things that that didn't match up. You know, I told him that I was currently working at Dollar Tree. I'm not currently working at Dollar Tree. And you know, maybe he might go call for a reference and things of that nature. But if he does that, that just goes to show where the distrust type of thing, right? You know what I mean? Because usually they're not calling for references nowadays. Not that they shouldn't or anything, especially on me being who I am. Shit, you might want to call for a reference because obviously, you know, I'm not a good employee. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that, but currently, you know, I haven't displayed that. So that's just how I feel about the job interview. I don't really care whether or not if I got it. Like far as Family Dollar, I actually gotta quit right now. So I'm about to text right now that I'm about to quit. Literally, normally I would just not show up to work. I had intentions on quitting the job, whether I got this job at Walgreens or I get another job or not, simply because, like I said in my last vlog, that I was thinking about quitting. I'm mentally unstable. I'm emotionally unstable. Things are just not working out for me. You know, this is through the struggles. So I'm only texting the manager at Family Dollar because she made it very clear to me that, you know, people quit on her all the time, and she's very, very like emotional about it. Like she's like not just emotional, that's not the word I want to use, but like it bothers her. It clearly bothers her when, you know, she's trying to run her business, but it's hard to keep employees, especially in this economy. And minimum wage is not a living wage. So even $1 above minimum wage, $2 above, it's not a living wage. So it's hard to keep employees. And she was a nice lady. She gave me an opportunity. I definitely appreciate the opportunity, even though my intentions isn't the best as an employee. And it's going to be difficult for me to text her because I just want to quit. But I know she's going to text me. I know she might even call me. And she made it clear to me that she just feels like, you know, people are always quitting on her, and she just wants communication. So I'm going to honor that and just text her and say, you know, I'm sorry. I found a better, I don't want to say job. I found a better situation. I found a better situation that works for me. I appreciate the opportunity. damn, I don't know what else to say. Because, again, normally I would have just, like the last 2 jobs I had, Burger King, Taco Bell, I just quit, you know what I mean? They called me, I just ignored it. Because that's kind of how you gotta do it now. Like, it's like, I could give you a story on, I put in a 2 weeks notice at Wendy's one time. And sometimes when you put in a 2 weeks notice, they got to deal with you for 2 weeks and you're quitting. And sometimes if you just got the job, they don't know you and you're putting in a 2 weeks. It's kind of, they're like, sometimes it doesn't really work, right? But with her, it's just, she was a nice lady, and I don't even know what to say, man. I'm sorry I found a better situation that works for me. I appreciate the opportunity. I won't be coming in. I don't even want to make this long. I'm sorry to quit on you. Because I am sorry to quit on you. I do feel bad quit. It's not personal to her. It's business. It's more, this is me versus Family Dollar. It has nothing to do with her. But because this is her problem too. Because she is the general manager. And now she has to go hire somebody else. I'm sorry for quitting on you. I just sent it. I'm about to turn off my phone because I don't want her. Oh, that was a screenshot. That's that, man. I went to Dollar Tree to get some things that I needed. That's going to be the end of the vlog. Yeah, I don't know. I'm jobless right now, and it's my fault. I'm an idiot. This is Through the Struggles.